Hi.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to our recap of The Eighth Sense, episode 8.
Things are getting angsty.
8, yes.
Hella angsty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hella angsty. It'll continue on again, but we'll get there. Don't worry.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will.
Yeah. Otherwise, you know me. I like the fluffy, happy shit. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I know.
You know.
I
It'll be fine.
know. So, how was your week, Emma?
How was my week? God. Okay. Well, I've written down my week because,
Oh,
despite the fact that I only worked one day this week, one 4-hour day this week. Aside from that, I've literally been doing nothing, and yet it's been slightly eventful, I guess. Okay, so I did not sleep last night. That's one thing. Or shall I say, this morning. I think I tried to fall asleep like around 3, and I still couldn't fall asleep. And then I think I fell asleep for about 5 minutes before my alarm went off at 6. So have not slept. Let's see. Ooh, I've learned that apparently I'm a little known around the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts of the Southern California area.
okay.
So, when I was a Girl Scout,
Mm-hmm.
well, first we were starting off with this funny story about we were talking about the hurricane. BT dubs, guys. There's a hurricane.
Yeah.
Um, that's why I'm recording this at 7 a.m. because I'm afraid I'll lose my power. Hasn't started raining yet, but it looks like the wind is picking up a tiny bit, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
But we were talking about the hurricane last night, and I was like, I don't know how to handle this. All they told me in school is how to duck and cover. Like, we're prepared for earthquakes, not hurricanes. Um, and my stepmom was like, oh, well, your siblings are because they were in Boy Scouts. And I was like, see, I was in Girl Scouts where they taught me how to sew and sell cookies. So I am not prepared. And she was like, oh, I remember you in Girl Scouts. Do you remember the bear incident? And I was like, how do you remember the bear incident?
I remember you telling me this, so I remember it, but I guess it's like a story, I guess?
Yeah, apparently. I was like, how do you remember the bear incident? And she was like, everyone remembers the bear incident. Someone told me the story like a while ago. Someone came up to me and said, "Did you hear about this?" I was like, "Yes, I know who that is." So apparently, because long story short to everybody, if you don't know, when I was a Girl Scout, we were camping and I brought a snack into the tent, which I wasn't supposed to do. And a bear came down because it was like, ooh, I sense a snack. So a bear came down. There are conflicting reports. Some say the bear entered the tent. Some say it was just outside the tent. Some say the bear was chased away by some of the other camp people. But I know there was a bear
Mm-hmm.
because when I got home, there were bear claw-sized holes in my sunscreen. So, it was apparently my fault that the bear came down and freaked everyone out. And unbeknownst to me, this is a story that all the people of the Girl Scouts know or Boy Scouts know because my stepmom was out talking to someone who knows how long ago, and she was like, "Oh, I don't know about sending him camping." It's like I heard of this one story where this girl brought snacks into the tent and a bear came down, and I was like, "I'm infamous." Are you telling me people know about me because I'm the dumb girl that brought the snack into the tent?
I was gonna say you're like the poster child of what not to do for camping.
Oh my god. My
Oh
mom was
no.
like, "Are you sure people?" I was like, "It's okay. I'm a legacy." So,
Yeah, you know what? Hey, what was the saying? Like, no press is bad is no, no
yes,
press is bad press,
bad
or bad
bad press
press is
is
wait,
good press.
it's no press is bad press.
No press is bad press.
Yeah,
Bad press is good press. Bad press is press.
yeah, bad press is press. People still know you, so it's like
Yes. So, yay. My mom
nice.
was like, is the story was it that big of a story? And I was like, well, apparently it's been handed down to a few people, so legends become really obscure once you get to a certain amount of people. So
Damn.
I'm a legend in this community. Um, so I've learned about that. That was fun. Um, oh my god. So as we know, ATs are here. Again, big FOMO of the fact that I did not win the
Yeah.
the fan sign. But more FOMO, they're at KCON right now, and they're gonna have to sit out the hurricane with everyone as well. So I wonder how they're gonna do. Sorry, ATs. KCON picked the wrong weekend. And also they went to Six Flags at some point this week, so they were a 5-minute drive away from me at some point this week.
Damn.
They were right down the street. I literally were 5 minutes from Six Flags. I can see it if I turn a corner, and they were there. I'm always so close yet so far. Jesus. So there's that. Good luck to ATs wrestling the hurricane this weekend.
Yeah.
See, and all the other K-pop groups and everyone at KCON. Apparently, KCON opened up like a specific section of the convention center so that people aren't walking through the rain to get to the convention center.
Oh, nice.
They're like, that's nice of them. Not much has been happening else this week. I think I've been in a hole, and I've been staying up since like until like 3 a.m. in the morning, just not like because I want to, just because I've been doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gotten really into watching true crime YouTube. Like, I'm now
Ooh.
on the true crime side of YouTube now.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I'll just keep clicking on hour and 30-minute videos just explaining a case from beginning to end. So my week's just been true crime, man. Although my history, I keep taking breaks between true crime because I'm like, I need a break from the murder.
Yeah.
And at one point, my history looked weird as fuck, and I sent it to my friend Maddie, and I was like, this is kind of on brand for me, but my current history on YouTube looks like lesbians, K-pop, and true crime. She's like, it's you. It's perfect.
Thumbs up.
Oh, thumbs up for me. Other than that, I don't think anything else happened this week. I did see the thing that Hello 82 did with ATs that wasn't the fan sign, the sign up for the bouncy challenge, because there were 2 things that I tried for. Bouncy challenge was one of them. Where they would pick people randomly to do the bouncy challenge with ATs at an undisclosed location. And I was like, oh, please. But you had a higher chance if you uploaded a video of you doing the bouncy challenge, and I never did that. So. I sent them my TikTok, which had 2 other ATs dances on it, but apparently that did not help. So, no. But I did see them do it. They uploaded it. Hello 82 uploaded it to their Instagram. It looked fun. Everyone was doing it, and then I saw like someone recorded like a video from the side of Yuno, and he was just like dancing with everybody, and I was like, jealousy is a disease. Okay, and I have it. So upset. But oh well. Anyway, how was your week?
I mean, nothing really happened this week. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just did nothing this week. But I mean, I worked,
Exactly.
but like nothing really exciting happened there. I'm trying to think if anything happened. No, nothing happened. But yeah, anyway, the 8th Sons. Yeah. Okay.
Shit went down, as I've said.
Yeah. So we start off in class, and someone's giving a presentation.
Yes. The person reviewing Hedwig and the Angry Itch.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is. Okay,
No.
it's a musical. It was also a movie at one point, maybe. Neil Patrick Harris was either, I think he could have been in both the musical and the Broadway musical and the movie, but I don't remember if he is or not. But I know he was in one of them. It's about, you know what, I haven't actually seen it. It's about, I think it's about, fuck, I don't know, hang on. I don't want to get it wrong, is the thing. Because I've heard some of the music from it, like, through osmosis of being into Broadway, but I don't know exactly. Synopsis. Okay. Ta-da! A German immigrant living in a trailer in Kansas is the victim of a botched sex change operation. Adapted from the critically acclaimed off-Broadway rock theater hit Hedwig and the Angry Inch, tells the story of the internationally ignored rock singer Hedwig and her search for stardom and love. Ta-da!
Okay.
But honestly, pretty great to be like reviewing Hedwig and the Angry Inch in Korea, in a classroom in Korea. Like I was like I remember it switched. I was like, oh, sick! We're talking about like transgender Broadway musicals. Let's fucking go! I did not expect to see you here.
I didn't even know that's what it was. Real. I mean, I could kind of tell by the guy's like get up, but like I wouldn't. I honestly had no idea what it was. So I was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll go along with it.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. But you know who doesn't really go along with it? And I gotta point this out again.
Okay.
Because it was one time when it was a one-time thing. Now this has happened again, and I'm assuming it has happened every single time someone else has performed and presented. And I gotta say, I'm not liking this.
Okay. I understand what you mean.
Okay. But is there a bug coming? Or are you just like, nope, nothing?
I understand. Oh god. Okay, I don't know how to defend it. Cause like, okay, it's okay. She speaks her mind. She's a bitch, but I love her. Like, gotta say, like, I don't know how to defend her. I really don't. But like, honestly, like, it's well, okay. To her credit, she's not saying it to their face.
But she's still saying it while they're presenting. Like,
they didn't notice though.
I don't know. I mean, I will say, back in my day in school, when I had to give like oral presentations, like you can hear when people are talking while you are giving the presentation.
That is true.
And you can hear if they are speaking bad about you. Coming from experience, you can hear it. So I don't. Maybe I'm just like have personal experience with it, which is why I'm so annoyed by it. But like, I gotta say, having happened twice, and odds are happened every single time someone else gave a like presentation, because it happened twice. Odds are it happened multiple times. It's not a good look, and I was not thrilled by this.
I know. I saw it again, and I was like, oh fuck, he's gonna point this out.
I'm just saying. That's a pretty big character flaw in her.
She doesn't. Yeah, it is a character flaw. She doesn't really have a filter. It's not like her thing. So.
Still.
I don't know how to defend that. I'm sorry. I want to, but I don't know how to defend that. But like, it's just her character. She doesn't have a filter, and at least she contains it to just Jew. Or Jiyeon. Why are we talking about Jew? Wrong show.
Yeah. That performance of Hedwig is done, and then Airi and Jihyun give their the fucking presentation of I'm a cyborg, but that's okay. And I did find that's a real movie. I looked it up.
I know. I looked it up too. I looked it up like I think an hour before I actually watched a reaction to this episode. I looked it up and I was like, "Oh, it is a real movie." And then I was ready to like write it down and then tell you on the podcast. And then I watched a reaction. You were like, "Oh, I looked it up by the way." I was like, "Fuck."
I think I looked it up while I was editing our episode where they first mentioned it, and you're like, I'm not sure if it's real or if it's a play off something. And so I looked it up while editing that, and I was like, oh, cool, it's real.
I can't believe it took me that long to look it up. I was like, why did I wait to look it up?
Yeah.
But it is, yeah, it's a real movie from 2006.
Yeah.
Which is funny, actually. So that means the drama that I watched, It's Okay Not to Be Okay, maybe the title's like just very similar to either it's very similar to the title of this movie or it took inspiration from the title. Because they both take place in like psychiatric hospitals apparently, so
that is true. Yeah.
I'll have to look into that. Maybe they come from each other or something.
So they give their presentation, and the teacher said like, "Hey, that was nice. Like, good job."
He's like, especially like you've been out for like a month because you've been almost fatally injured.
Yeah.
So well done. Like,
yeah.
Still kept up. Still was ready for this presentation. We stand a smart student.
Yeah. And so then after class, The guy who did Hedwig goes up to Jihyun and Eri.
See, in my opinion, I think this is just to show that like he's a kiss ass, because he went up to them, and I don't know if they were given their grades yet or if he's just assuming. When I first watched it, I thought he was just assuming. He's like, "You see how I did in there? I'm gonna get the A, and you guys are gonna fail," like that kind of thing, and they're like, "You're the one who's dressed like he's like going to eat Taehyung for Halloween," so. Like, what's with the wig? What is with the sparkles? So I don't know. I don't really know what the scene was, but
yeah, I don't either. But yeah, it happened.
It happened. We never see him again, so it's pointless.
I didn't think so. I felt like that was just I guess moment to show that they did the presentation or something. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we didn't see him before either.
I'll be honest, I have no idea. Also, he's dressed up all like that, so I don't think I would recognize him either anyway.
Exactly. True. So I don't know if I'd recognize.
Yeah. So then Jihyun, Eri, and Bitna are at lunch. And they're kind of talking, and apparently Bitna is now interested in Jihyun since he almost died. Which is the thing.
He's like, wow.
Yeah.
Nice. And she's like, what?
But yeah, and then there's a look across the cafeteria where Jihyun is looking at Jaewon. Jaewon's looking at Jihyun, but he's not like looking nicely. It's kind of just like very like deadpan.
Yeah, it's very it's a dead stare. It's not like happy, it's not sad, it's like numb.
Yeah.
Which isn't good. He doesn't look good.
No.
Looks pretty bad.
Yeah. And they are talking about that the disciplinary trial thing is going to be held today. So that's
yeah.
happening.
Oh, the disciplinary trial.
So yeah, so that's going down. So then later, Yoonwon and Eunji are trying to talk to Taehyung and trying to get him to like forgive him and like kind of like drop the whole thing, but he's saying no. So
because he's a little shit. Like, honestly, what a bitch. Like, this pissed me off because, okay, what were my promo vibes last time? Because I remember one of them had to do with it.
I mean, you said just wait.
Oh, it's disciplinary committee. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But he pissed me off because, like, dude, you've been friends for a while.
I think it says 6 years during the trial.
Yeah, 6 years. And he drags your ass home like every night when you get drunk and then goes home to get yelled at by his parents for going out and drinking. And you've never once drug him home when he's drunk. He's always the one to bring you home and make sure you're safe. And the one time they do ask you to take him home, you're like, no, he's the opposite way. Why would I do that? Like, not giving a fuck about your friend. Always bringing up shit that pisses him off and trying to get him back together with his ex when he told you that he didn't want to and didn't want to talk about it. Always bringing up how rich he is and how privileged he is when he does not want to talk about that either. And then he gets mad at you once for saying something that was extremely uncalled for about someone that he's witnessed have an accident, let alone was friends with. And then you're not letting it go. You're just like, no, he punched me. He deserves suspension. Hello? You can tell he's going through such a hard time and he doesn't give a fuck. And it pisses me off. This is why I don't like his character, because he's such a little bitch, and he's the worst friend. He's the kind of friend that, like, when there's two friends, one of them puts everything into your friendship, and the other one just does not give any shits and doesn't put any kind of work into it. Pisses me off. Like, I hate him so much. I might hate him even more than NG, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
I might hate him more than NG. Like, he really pisses me off. Oh, I hate him.
So I agree. I think he sucks. He's the worst. However, I think I can kind of see where he's coming from in this specific instance. I don't think it's so much that Jaewon like beat the shit out of him. I think it's the fact that he did that in front of the entire class.
It's his pride.
it's the fact that he will never, like, people aren't gonna forget that. Like, that's not something that's like, if it was private and maybe just like beat him up privately, maybe that'd be a different story. But I think the fact that everyone in class saw that, that's not something that's gonna go away. His bruises and scars, that'll all heal and shit. But like, people will always remember that. And yeah, it was, Jaewon had a right to be mad at him. But I think I don't think Taehyung's a bad person per se. I think he's just stupid because I don't think he knows a lot of things Jaewon is going through. Because we kind of see that Jaewon doesn't tell him a lot of stuff. Like, I don't think he knows how his dad always yelled at him for staying out and getting drunk. I don't think he knows about that. I don't even think he knows how that his brother died because he's like mentioned in that one
No, he didn't
episode.
know that.
Oh, he's an only child, so it's like fine. He doesn't like know a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, he
I
did.
think had he known some of this information, maybe he would have been more like kind of like careful and respectful. I don't know, because like he doesn't know this stuff. Like, you can't expect someone to know your past trauma and like kind of like be wary of that if they don't know about it.
True.
Like, they need to know about that. And like, yeah, there are some things where like the whole like, oh, taking him home drunk thing, like, yeah, he's kind of like selfish in that aspects. But I think the biggest thing for this is that he physically assaulted him in front of a shit ton of people.
And that has to do with his pride.
Yeah, it's his pride. But like, I think we were talking about that last week, but where you're like, oh yeah, like he's supposed to be his friend. Like, why wouldn't he like, help him out in this instance? At what point would your friend beat the shit out of you and then you kind of forgive them? Because like, you gotta see from his side too. I think we're like, yeah, he said something really fucked up. That I'm not gonna defend that. But the fact that Jaewon snapped and physically assaulted him in front of so many people, like, it's his like reputation, his image, like that will never be recovered, no matter what, after this. Even if Jaewon gets suspended or not, whatever, his reputation will always be damaged because of that. And that, like, again, they're not even like friends at this point. Like, they're not even friends. It's not, you can be like, oh, he's your friend, like help him out. Like, yeah, in the past they may have been like friends or whatever, but like,
In the past, he still would have. I know he still would have.
I think it's a public assault that is the big thing. Like, yeah, maybe he punched him in the face or like beat him up, maybe again in private, like the teacher told him to do. That would have been different. But I think it's because he can't, like, it's his reputation is never gonna be healed from that.
Oh, well, he'll walk around and someone will say, "Hey, didn't Jaewon punch you?" He'll be like, "Yeah, what a bitch," and that's it. Like, it's not gonna like ruin him. He still has job offers. He's the one who got beat up, not Jaewon. So
Well, it might not affect his like
if anything,
schoolwork and everything. It's gonna affect like his like social aspect, like with his friend. Like, people are just gonna know him as the guy who Jaewon beat up.
He's almost out of school anyway. He's a senior. He's got job offers. He's leaving. It would not matter.
I mean, but still, like, it's still like a few months till you're grad. Like, it's still like a big thing. Like, you don't want to be like humiliated like that. Like, if like someone who's supposed to be your friend just starts beating the shit out of you.
Exactly. He's supposed to be his friend. So like, I understand. Like, he probably does not have a good EQ. He probably does not have much empathy in him. He's not much of an empathic person, so he probably can't really tell that someone's going through a tough time. But even if you can, if I feel like if you know your friend witnessed someone almost die, I feel like you'd go, "Hey, are you okay? Wanna talk? No? Nothing? Just making jokes? That's it?"
So he does say in last episode, I remember that, where he said he hadn't seen Jaewon in a month. Like, he had been like MIA
because of this.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like it doesn't really seem like he had a chance. I think Yun asked like, oh, in the last episode, she asked like, oh, did like you text him or whatever, or find out why? And he's like, yeah, but I didn't hear anything back or whatever. So it seemed like he did reach out at some point, and Jaewon just like ghosted him or whatever. So, but yeah, no, I like, again, the whole what he said about Jihyun thing. Yeah, no, like, he shouldn't have said that. But I think for the trial aspect of Jaewon beating the shit out of him, like, it wasn't just like with one punch. It was like he fully beat him while he was on the ground and continued to do so. We don't know how long it happened, but it was like a physical public assault.
But also, if he was your friend at all, also, if this whole disciplinary committee thing could be absolved right now, if Taehyung was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna drop this from here. Let's talk about it privately between us, and let's figure something out." Because obviously, he was going through shit, and he knew he was going through shit because he tried to reach out and wouldn't answer and has been MIA for the last month. So if he could drop this right now and then they can settle it between themselves. But no, he's pushing for him to be suspended. That's not a friend. That is not a friend.
But again, I think it's because it was the public. I was like, again, it had he beat him up in private, then maybe they could have talked it out. Maybe it would have been a more one-on-one thing. But because the like school involved, people witnessed it, like it's like a big thing. Like it's not just like a private matter between the two of them. It's like a whole school affair that happens now because of that.
Yeah, I see your point, but I would see your point more if they were like sophomore and they still had like 3 whole years left. But he's got a couple months left and it's not going to affect him that much in the long run. He's doing it because his pride was hurt and he wants Jaewon to suffer. That's all it is.
It's the whole like thing where we're like we keep going back to like oh they're friends, they should like drop it or whatever. But like if your friend beats the shit out of you in front of the class, like that's not what friends do.
If someone did, if a friend of mine did that to me, if my best friend, if Vicky did that to me, I'd expect her to at some point. I don't know, but if she ever did that to me, she's an Aquarius. If she ever did that to me, I would be like, "Whoa, dude, are you okay?" Because I know she doesn't normally do shit like that, so obviously maybe she's going through shit. And again, we come back to maybe Taehyung just is dumb as fuck and does not realize other people have emotions.
That's the thing. I think he's like empathetically challenged or something. Like he doesn't. And again, I think a lot of it is because he doesn't know a lot about Jaewon. Like, yeah, they've been friends for like 6 years, but like he doesn't know a lot about Jaewon. Like his whole brother thing that happened.
That's partly his fault.
Who?
Because Taehyung. It's partly Taehyung's fault. It's mostly Jaewon's fault because he doesn't really open up, and that's fine. But part of it is Taehyung's fault for being constantly jokey and not really connecting with him as a friend like he should. Like Jaewon's been putting more work into this friendship than him, as I said. So Jaewon doesn't feel safe telling him shit like that.
That's fair. I think it's also because I think the only person Jaewon really told about it was Jihyun. Like I don't think he told like Yoonwon or Eunji, like even like the people who seem like they like Yoonwon would probably be like fine and good person to tell, but like I don't think he did because I think it was when they went out to the beach. He says like yeah, it's easier to like tell someone like drop your baggage to someone who like you don't know all that well, and so I think that's
I see what you mean
on him. But I also think. And again, it goes back to which we talked about before, is Taehyung's jealous of Jaewon. Like, he's always been jealous of him. And, like, I think had he known, like, how shitty his father is and, like, the trauma he went through with his brother, I think he'd probably maybe start to realize, be like, hey, maybe just because he's rich and he can kind of get away with anything with money doesn't mean his life is all fucking flowers and daisies and all that shit. Like, I think it's more like he doesn't know a lot of this. And, like, granted, Jaewon doesn't need to tell him this. He doesn't need to. It's his own shit. He can tell whoever he wants or not tell whoever he wants. That's fair. But also, you can't expect someone to feel sympathy for you about those things if you do not share that with them.
True.
So, yeah. So, again, and bottom line, before we move on, is I still don't like Taehyung. I can just, in this aspect, I can kind of see why he's not letting this go. It's because it's the public image he has is going to be tainted and ruined. And that's not gonna go away. Yeah, he's seniors. He has for a few months, but it's still like the rest of this, like everyone in surf club. It's probably gonna be like one of the things where like a few years down the line, like your like camping bear story. It's like a few years be like, hey, remember that time, like in the surf club, like those two guys, like one of them beat the shit out of the other, and like it's probably gonna like live down because like odds are like other people, it's the whole school knows about. Jihyun and Ari know about it. Like other lower classmen know about it, and it's probably gonna still be talked about.
I think part of the reason he's also doing it is jealousy, I think.
Oh yeah.
There's probably that part of that because like he may even would have let this go kind of if he wasn't even a little bit jealous. Mm-hmm. Jealousy fully has a part in this because he says at the end of the scene that we see later, he says his dad probably bailed him out. So he's connecting his dad somehow to this incident when he has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So there's some jealousy there.
I do agree. Like, and again, I'm not saying like, oh, Taehyung's in the right for not forgiving. I'm saying I kind of understand why he doesn't want to and why he's not going to. And yeah, there is like, yeah, it's his public image that's ruined, but also it's like it is jealousy. It is kind of like all that stuff. There is a lot of like bad reasons behind it too, but also there are some like reasons that are just like it became a public thing, and him being stupid, not knowing a lot of it, I think.
We may have to talk about this friendship come finale again.
Okay.
We'll have to touch on it again and see.
Yeah, there's still 2 episodes I haven't seen, so, like, again,
True.
like, and again, I'll be honest, I don't even see them as friends at this point. Like, yeah, he's supposed to be his,
No.
like, best friend, but I don't see them as friends at this point. I see them as just 2 people who've known each other for a long time. And, like, yeah.
This is quite a big debate. We haven't had one of those for a bit.
I know, yeah, it's fun. And again, and I'm not defending Taehyung. I'm not saying he's like a good person.
No, yeah,
I still
yeah.
do not like him. I want that known. I still think he's an asshole. I think he
Like,
sucks.
don't worry.
I don't like him, but I do, for this aspect, when Jaewon publicly assaulted him, I do see that. And, like, Jihyun actually talks about it later, too, which I really like, his whole thing, which we'll get into.
He says I don't defend it, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll get into that, but
yeah.
No, I don't like Taehyung. I'm not like, oh, he's great, he's perfect. No, he's not. He sucks. But, like, I do think that he has some right to not forgive him for this and to make this go to where it is and go to court and all that stuff, quote unquote court, but, like, school court, whatever.
Court.
At the end of the day, it is his right to decide to do that or not to do that. It is.
Yeah.
He is the victim of the assault in a way.
Yeah, but then he gets up there and lies, but which we'll talk about in a second.
Okay, I see. I don't remember that. You're gonna need to remind me about.
He doesn't like lie. He kisses ass.
Oh yeah, he does do that.
So we'll see it.
So then after Taehyung leaves, Jaewon shows up, and Yoonwon's worried because she's like, I'm not the best public speaker. I'm nervous, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do, and, like, she's kind of, like, scared to do that.
Me.
Yeah. So now we are in the quote-unquote court, and they have Taehyung speak first, and he does say he entered the same year as Jaewon, and, well, again, known him for 6 years and all that, which makes me think, how long is, like, university in...
Well, I'm pretty sure it is 4 years, but Jaewon was in the military.
I was gonna say, yeah, that I've remembered that, yeah. He went to military. Did Taehyung go as well, or did he? Maybe he went earlier or something? Because
I don't know. I feel like it might have been mentioned way early on, but I don't remember.
I don't know. Because I feel like, would he still be in university if he didn't? I mean, unless he, like, failed or, like, withheld back.
Yeah, because they were like, oh, we missed you. He could have gone, like, earlier on. Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe Jaewon got it over with, like, as soon as he was able. It depends. But I don't know if he went yet. I don't know if even know if it was mentioned. I'm not even sure.
Yeah. And yeah, so he gives this whole spiel about how, like, he's the victim and, like, he's not going to forgive him because he doesn't want whole, like, violence to be, like, eradicated and, like, to keep this, like, as a thing to be like, oh, you just shout at someone, great. Let's forgive and move on.
That ain't the fucking reason, and we all know that
it's
ain't
not
the
reason.
Because in order to say that, in order to be like, I don't want violence in our schools, you gotta have some level of empathy, and as we've discussed, Taehyung doesn't really have that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't really. Yeah, no.
Taehyung's just like, I don't want violence against me in school. Violence by all means, just not against me.
But then Jaewon gives his spiel, and he says, like, I'm not excusing my actions. It was my fault. I apologize, and whatever decision happens, I'm fine with it.
The correct response, to be honest with you. I love that response. Like, he's like, yep, that was my fault. Punish me.
Yeah. But then outside, Jihyun talks to Yoonwon, and he's like, hey, I'll speak on behalf of the club instead. And she's like, at first she's like, I don't know, but then she's like, yeah, okay, I can't fucking do it, go ahead.
I cannot do this.
Yeah. So then, back in the court, they say, oh, Yoonwon speaking for the club, but then Jihyun steps out, and he's like, hey, I'm Jihyun, change of plans.
Obviously not Yoonwon.
I love how he started this. He says, like, so just for the record, I have no intention to defend Jaewon's violence. Exactly. I just want to share how he is every day in the club.
Yeah, he wants to, because, like, obviously, he did a violent thing, and obviously that's not something to excuse, but he's like, at least I can speak on what he's like in the club, so you can kind of know from inferring like what he was like outside of this one incident that he doesn't normally do this. Like I want to make sure you guys know that this is what he's usually like, because this is a very isolated incident. This isn't something that happens all the time.
Yeah. And he does talk about how Jaewon like reached out to him. He kind of made him feel comfortable. He kind of took care of him. He does mention that Taehyung made a remark about his like incident,
which someone needed to mention. Like I feel like yes, it is good to fight for yourself, but if you're in the both of them were in the wrong. But if you feel like you're in the wrong, then I mean, trying to defend yourself in a certain way, like trying to excuse it by being like, but he said this, like it probably won't help you.
No.
They'll probably just be like, you're just trying to make excuses for yourself. And he felt bad, so he just owned up to it without saying what actually happened. So I like that when Jiyeon came in, he was like, actually, by the way, he did say something dickish.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He doesn't say he did. He said he heard rumors that that's what Taehyung said.
Yes.
Because he wasn't there for it. He can't say he knew it because he wasn't there for it. He says that he heard rumors, and he says if that was the case, then yeah, that's not cool. But like,
yeah.
So I like how he also said like that too. He doesn't say by anything definite because he doesn't know anything definite. He just hears what other people tell him.
But as long as I like that he mentioned it at the very least, because then it gives the people who are deciding the fate here like all the information.
Yeah.
And not just Taehyung kissing ass and Jaewon being like, I'm sorry. So because then it would have been an open and shut case of suspending Jaewon. But now they have all the information and they can really infer what to do.
But then afterwards we do see Taehyung come out. He's mad. Again, he thinks his dad bailed him out. More jealousy-ness. And Jaewon tells Yoonwon and Eunji and Jihyun, sort of, because he's just like sitting there by the side. And he says like, yeah, I got 50 hours of community service. And then as soon as Jihyun hears that, he's like, okay, I'm gonna weave my way out.
I'm gonna dip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dip. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Which I do like, because it does show that like Jihyun obviously knows Jaewon doesn't want to see him or be around him right now, but he wants to make sure he's also okay and like the result of this.
Exactly.
So he stays, here's the result, and then he leaves, and
he's doing everything he can to help from afar.
Yeah.
He's like, I know you something's up and you do not want me talking to you, or you don't want to be talking to me, whatever. I'll keep my distance if you need me to, but I will do what I can to try and help you in whatever problems you're having, which I love, because it really shows how much he really, really likes him.
Yeah.
Because he's respecting him, but he's also like helping him. So like he's being such a good like boyfriend, even though they're not boyfriends yet.
No, I wouldn't call them boyfriends at this moment. They're not.
No, they're not. They're not. But this is such a healthy relationship already.
Yeah. And I think we will take a break here. And when we come back, Skam vibes.
Oh, really? Wait. What are... Oh, I'm
Did you not pick up on this?
No.
It is it's like word for word almost.
I told you I only picked up on one vibe, like in like two different scenes, and it's the same vibe. So like I'm really bad at picking up on shit. So you're gonna have to remind me of what.
It's not even a vibe. It's almost like word for word.
Really? What the fuck is it?
Anyway, when we come back, I'll reveal it to Emma, and she'll be like, "Oh, that."
Oh, that. Yeah. You see, we know each other so well. That's exactly what I'll say.
Yeah. But we will be right back. And we are back with our recap of the 8th Sense episode 8.
8. Woo!
Yes. So we are back on the bleacher looking stairs. And Jihyun is texting Jaewon. He's like, he must be exhausted, get a good rest. Still haven't seen him.
No. Hasn't opened them.
Yeah.
But just seen them.
And then Junpyo shows up.
This was my all caps boundaries, dude.
Oh.
Don't just grab someone's phone and go, let me look through your text. No. I would throw hands.
Yeah, so he's like reading text. He's like, oh, I knew you had a girl. I knew it. And then he scrolls up and he stops and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then Jihyun's like, we should probably sit down.
Yeah, let's sit down. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, time to talk. And Jihyun says that he does have a crush on someone, but The person is not a girl.
No.
It's not a girl.
It's not a girl.
Skam vibes, Emma. It's not a girl.
Oh.
Jesus.
I was like, why do you keep repeating this?
I saw that. I immediately thought of that. It's so good.
I was sitting here like, I know it's not a girl. Why do you keep telling me?
I'm trying to like.
Okay, I get it. I fully get it now. But like, okay, I see now. So this. Okay, see, you know my bad ass memory. Okay, not badass. Ass.
Yeah.
My memory is ass. So that was like word for word. He said it's not a girl, right?
Yeah. So in Skam, Isak says like, "Do you want a hint? It's not a girl."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he says it's not a girl.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You probably see the director, since he got like vibes from Skam and everything. He probably saw that scene and like both of us went, "Damn, that's a good scene," and wanted to.
It is a good scene.
Wanted to take
scene.
something from it and put it in there without being like word for word. So like,
Yeah.
he took like at least one of the quotes and was just like homage.
Yes.
See, all the vibes, they're coming through.
Yeah.
Even ones I didn't even think about.
Yeah.
I only have one.
And then we start to see, it looks like Junpyo is a bit mad. He's like, "What's the deal? What the hell?" And he's like, he's not so mad about this stuff, like him liking a boy or whatever. It's more that like they've been friends for 13 years, and like he didn't tell him that he's like has a crush on someone.
Yeah, because he kept wanting him to like get a crush and then go on dates and stuff like that. And he's like, "Well, I've been telling you to do that this entire time. Now you've done it. You haven't told me."
Yeah.
Which is cute. I do like that response.
Yeah. Yeah. So then they go get coffee, and Junpyo is like, "Okay, so what's he like? Tell me about him." And he does. He says like he's strong but has lots of wounds, and he wants to be the one to heal those wounds.
Oh.
So I really like that.
Oh.
And Pyo Jun says like, "Oh, so that's why you went on a trip together, and like that explains why he was so worried about you at the hospital."
You said Pyo Jun.
Wait, what?
You said Pyo Jun.
Damn it! It's the same fucking thing. It's fine. Junpyo, whatever.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and then he says like someone even like died apparently in the ICU next to you.
Damn. Yeah.
And he looked more like suffering than like the dead patient's family.
Damn. That honestly, that must have sucked. Like worrying if Jaehyung was gonna come back from it, and then someone dying right fucking next to him. That probably didn't make him feel good. He was like, "Shit, now he's gonna die."
And then Junpyo asks him why he's avoiding his calls, and Jihyun says like maybe he's scared, and because we kind of got in a relationship, he's probably confused and stuff.
Yeah, and the second they get into a relationship, he gets hurt, so he automatically thinks, "Oh, this is another instance of me being too close to someone, and whoever's close to me gets hurt." So he feels guilty, but he also feels scared that it's just going to continue to happen. So he's with someone he doesn't want to be close to.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, they're not. He's not with her.
Yeah, she thinks that. Honestly, I feel like they kind of are, but I feel like it's because she like tricked him into it.
I don't even think they're together. I think she's just she's just being delusional. Like I don't think they're. I think he's just like maybe he's trying to make Jihyun think he's with her by hanging out with her, but he's not with her because he doesn't want to be with her. I
don't think he's trying to make Jihyun think that either.
Because I feel like at the end of this episode, he would have mentioned if he was with her or something. Like he would have been like, so I don't think he's with her. He's not with her. I think she's just hanging around him, and he's just like, he's so numb at this point. He doesn't even give a shit anymore.
I think she's got it into her head that they're back together because she's like manifesting it or some shit, and he's just tagging along because she's like, "Let's go this way. Oh, let's go this way. Oh, let's go that way." And so he's kind of just like pulled into the path, and it's kind of fucking with his brain a little bit, considering that he's already a mess, and she's using that to her advantage. And so, but I think it's very telling that when at the end of this episode, when they have that conversation, that he doesn't bring her up, because if he really did like her, he'd remember to bring it up because she's always on his mind, kind of thing. But he didn't even think about her during this conversation. He just talked about what happened between them. So yeah, it's a mess. As I said, she's like kind of manipulating the situation.
But honestly, I don't even think she believes they're together. I think she just wants Ji-hyun to believe that, so he will back off, and so that he actually could, or she can get back together with him. I think because I don't hear that she doesn't seem stupid to an extent.
No, she's very smart.
Yeah, she's very smart, and I think she would know if her and Ji-hyun were, or her and Jaewon were back together. But I don't think she think that. I think she wants Ji-hyun to believe that, and she wants to make it look like they're back together, so people will believe that. People will start the rumors, and like it'll all go back to him.
True. I know later on, we'll talk about it more later on, but I can't remember if Jiyeon mentions it to her or someone else, that she's kind of like, but he's confused because she's like making him confused, kind of thing. Like he mentions that or something. He's like, he doesn't understand his feelings right now because she's kind of doing this weird thing where it's like, oh, I'm here for you, like, and just trying to insert herself when he's already at an all-time low and isn't fully there.
Yeah.
She's trying to change his mind in like a bad way. She's using his pain to like get him back, which is like weird but a bitch move.
And then Junpyo asks like him, okay, so now what? What do we do? And Jiyeon says, I'll get him back. I
do like that moment. He's just like, oh, I'm getting him back, obviously. And Junpyo's like, hey, like, I've never seen you like this before. You're like, it's mine. And like,
yeah, I think he says like he likes Love Struck Jihyun or something.
Yeah.
And then Junpyo asks him like, oh, who else knows this stuff? And he says that Airi knows a little bit. Which I think is just that she knows, but they haven't talked about it yet. Where he knows she knows, and she knows what's going on, but they haven't like spoken about it yet.
She's kind of like pointed it out in a subtle way, where she's like, hey, so you guys are getting close, but that's about it. And she knows they went on the trip together too.
And then Junpyo gets excited because he's like, oh, that means I can be friends with Airi because we were both in on the secret, which means he can get close to Bitna.
I have more friends.
He likes her.
He's making friends. This is an interesting way to do it, but he's making friends.
Yeah. Then that night, Ji-hyun calls Jaewon again, but of course it goes straight to voicemail. And then he texts him. He says like, hey, I know you're reading my messages. Good night.
Not done.
Let's talk soon.
I know you're there.
And we do see Jaewon read the messages.
Yeah. He does the thing that we all do, is we read them before we open them, and then just don't open them.
Ji-hyun's sitting under a tree, I guess. And Ji approaches.
I love this scene.
This is actually really good.
This is the someone tries to get under someone else's skin, but it does not work.
Yeah, no, I knew exactly what was going down when you said that. I was like, yes, I see it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just kind of like, what are you doing here? You're normally just with the same group of people. That nerdy boy and that rude freshman girl.
Fuck you too.
I mean...
Okay, but like, she's being a bitch, you know she...
Oh no, I know, I know she's a bitch, I know, but like... She's not wrong, necessarily. If Avery hadn't said those things during the presentations twice, I wouldn't have thought that, but like, she makes points. It
never happens again, okay?
It probably has happened every single presentation.
Okay, but it never happens again, okay?
But it doesn't matter, because presentations are probably over at this point. That's why it doesn't happen again.
She's so cute and supportive for the rest of it, though. I really like her. It's the only thing. It's literally the only thing. And it has nothing to do with the story.
Anyway, then Ji-hyun's like, oh wow, I didn't really care that much about me, thanks.
Oh. I like how he just keeps shooting back with like, just, oh, thank you. He's very like playing it off. And like not letting anything she says get to him. He's gotten more confident, and I love that. Post almost death, he's just like, I'm not letting this slide.
Yeah. I mean, hey, he almost died. He's got to start living now.
Exactly. This is part of the living that we talked about.
And then she reveals that Jaewon and her are supposed to meet here for a project. And he's like, oh, you mean the group where you were assigned by drawing straws? That one? Ooh, that was good.
Ooh, somebody knows something you don't.
Yeah. And then she's like, no, Jaewon begged me to work with him. And he's like, oh, I must have misheard then. Oh, well.
That's not what Jaewon told me. Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you're confused.
Yeah, and then she's like, hey, do you know some hotels around here? Because Jaewon and I are gonna spend the night together or something.
Yeah, that's one of those like that's where you have sex if you want to have sex.
Well, I know what that means.
Yeah.
Like I know
you know what that means. I know you know what that means. But
yeah,
that's
I
like,
picked up on it. I'm just.
I know
The fact that she's saying this, like, is like, and that's why I'm like, really?
She's trying anything.
Oh yeah.
Anything, and it's just not working.
And then she does tell Jihyun that her and Jaewon are back together, and he's like, I don't know what happened between the two of you, but I don't think back together is the right word.
That's not what I'm
And she's
saying.
like, oh, what, you don't believe me?
No.
And he's like, no, I just need to hear both sides of the story.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Jihyun can call her out saying, like, oh, you're the ones who spread rumors about Jaewon and me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, is that true or not? Do we know for sure that she was the one who did that?
I don't think we know for sure, but judging by the look on her face, it might be true. She's just like, what? Like, I think she was the one who did it. Because I don't think we find out otherwise, so I think this is just to tell us, yes, she's the one that's been doing it.
Okay. Because the guy kind of reminded me of Light on Me.
Yeah.
When, I forget her name, but she did that to Taehyung and Taehyung.
Yeah. I knew it reminded me of something. I couldn't figure out what it was. It was Light on Me. What was her name?
I forget.
Damn. Oh
well. Yeah, and then he kind of called her out. He says, like, yeah, you're doing this because you're trying to confuse him so that he will stay next to you.
Exactly. She's trying to fuck with his brain.
And she's like, oh, are you asking for a fight? And he's like, yeah, okay. I enjoy a fair fight. Or maybe she says that. I don't know.
Yeah, she says that.
Someone's like, yeah, no, like, if it's a fight you want, bring it on.
Yeah, she's like, all right, I enjoy a fair fight. I can kick you. And he's just like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. And then Jihyun says, like, oh, I need to go to work. By the way, my boss says you're welcome anytime because apparently the story you shared actually helped her bring in a lot of customers.
She'll give you stuff on the house. Come on back. Oh, bring Jaewon. Since you guys are dating.
Yeah. Yeah. And as he walks away, she kind of says, like, oh, he's never mentioned you anyway. He's out of your interest. Or you're out of his interest or whatever. Kind of trying to get the last word in.
That's not what I gathered from him staring at me the other day from across the room, so I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know what I gathered from that. Wasn't exactly a nice stare either.
No, but it was a stare, which means he's still on his mind.
That is true, yes.
We don't know how, or we do, but, like, you know, like, he doesn't know how, but he knows he's on his mind still, so we know that that statement is false.
Yeah. So then Jihyun and Junpyo are having, I guess, dinner with his boss, and he asks her if he's ever been in love, and then asks if she can teach him how to win someone over you love. And she says, like, okay, don't play hard to get. If you want to win, just go for it.
Good advice, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you'll either find out that it's not going to be a thing, or you get to be happy. So,
yeah,
might as well get it over and done with so you can move on.
Yeah.
I would never take that advice because I'm a chicken. But
yeah. Yeah.
I'm a big ass chicken.
Same.
But good advice.
Yeah.
I would take it if I had more self-confidence.
Yeah. Then next day, Jihyun waits outside Jaewon's classroom, and when he sees him leave, he kind of like chases him down. He's like, "Hey, we need to talk," and he says, "There's nothing to talk about, so stop." And he kind of says, like, "If you keep avoiding me, I'll shout even louder."
Yes, in the middle of this hallway with all the students.
Yeah.
You want that? You want us to have a discussion here?
And Jaewon says, let's go somewhere quiet.
He's getting bold.
Yeah.
There's no little country mouse anymore.
Nope. And so then I think they're back on the roof, looks like.
Yeah, it's that roof over the dormitories. that he lives in.
Jihyun is telling Jaewon, like, Junpyo told me that you were there for me a lot during the incident. And Jaewon asks, like, how are you now? And he says, physically, I'm better, but not emotionally.
No.
Yeah. And Jihyun asks, like, oh, what are we?
Fair question.
Yeah, you know what happened during the trip?
Yeah.
What did it mean? And Jaewon says it was nothing.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna fly, because Jihyun was there. And he can, you can feel and see that was not nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you're gonna say to him, there's no way Jihyun's gonna look at what happened and go, that? You think that was nothing?
Yeah.
Not from where I'm sitting.
Yeah. And then he says, like, he may have been out of his mind.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. And Jihyun pulls a classic, like, look me in the eye. Like, tell me. Like, he feels like he's going crazy. And he remembers all the time they spent together. And he's like, tell me you feel the same. And Jaewon looked him in the eye and says, like, he doesn't feel the same way. And he apologizes for what happened.
No!
And now that the surf club is over, we can ignore each other.
No! Lies. You wanted so badly to be his friend. You chased him down to be my friend, be my friend, be my friend. You were a fucking golden retriever about it. And there's no way that now he's just like, oh, let's just ignore each other. Now that trip's over. No, bullshit. Bullshit. That meant nothing. Okay. The last 7 episodes did not mean nothing.
No. But that's where the episode ended.
Yeah. It was a shorter one.
Yeah.
It was a shorter one. Or MVP.
MVP. I mean, I feel like it's obvious.
You think about it?
I guess it's not that obvious then.
No, it is. It is obvious.
I was gonna say, I was like...
I went through it just to make sure. I have half a mind to say Eddie just to fuck with you. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Jihyun. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Not only did he call off on G, but also how he like gave his speech during the trial was also amazing.
Yes.
That was great. How he did it, and also him being bold and like actually like confronting Jaewon. Like he was fucking great this episode. Like everything he did was great this episode.
You can see so much his character development in this episode. Like you can see how much he's grown since not only the incident, but since he first started school in like the beginning episode. Like he's grown so much since then. He's so different, but like even more himself in like a good way. So I love to see how much he's grown, and he's really showed it in this episode by being bold, amazing, and helping and dissing where he needed to.
Yeah.
Vibes?
Yes, vibes.
Vibes. Okay, let's see. I've got some vibes. Solid advice? The truth.
What advice?
Solid.
Oh, solid.
Solid
I think they
advice.
college. I'm like, what?
Solid advice.
Okay.
The truth comes out.
Okay.
About something. And the story.
The story?
Yes. Which I will tell you now is the title of a song.
Oh, someone sings?
No. You hear a song. But it's during an important moment.
Oh, is it like background music or is it like on the radio type song music?
Both.
Okay.
So yeah, both to be honest with you. But it's called The Story. And it's an important part of the episode, an important part of the show.
Okay. So I'm assuming the truth is gonna be the truth about Jihyun and Jaewon and their relationship.
Maybe it's about something else.
I don't know what else it would be. What else? Is there like a secret truth we don't know about that comes out?
No, there's a truth we've been waiting for, like a whole story that we really haven't gotten yet.
I don't know. What was the first one? Solid advice?
Solid advice.
I mean, anyone could give solid advice at this point. I mean, a lot of people have been known to give solid advice, so that could be a handful of people.
True. Who's the one that always gives solid advice, though?
Jihyun's boss.
True.
So she was the first one that came to mind. I was like her. It could have also been Junpyo or Airi or Yunwon. Like all of like a handful, like all the main like support side characters could have gave solid advice. So
Very true.
yeah.
Very, very true.
But yeah, I think that's it for the 8th Sense, episode 8.
Yay, 8-8.
Yes. Next week we will
The penultimate.
be recapping episode 9, the penultimate.
The penultimate
episode. Yes.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Honestly, I love this last episode. This penultimate episode is really good, but my other favorite episode of the season, aside from episode 6, is episode 10, the final one. So we're getting there. I'm very excited about it.
Nice. Okay. Well, we will see you all next week for episode 9 of the 8th Sense.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.